Hello friends, welcome to Coin Old Library. Today we are going to explore one of the most common yet interesting coins from the United States. The 2004 Lincoln Memorial Cent without a mint mark, meaning it was minted in Philadelphia. Even though billions of these coins are produced, there is still a lot to learn about their history, design, production, and the reasons why some may have value beyond 1 cent. By the end of this detailed discussion, you will know exactly what a fine condition 2004 no mint mark penny is worth in today's market, what factors affect its value, and how to spot the rare cases that are worth much more. Let's start by picturing the coin itself. On the obverse, or front, you will see the familiar portrait of Abraham Lincoln facing right, with the word Liberty to the left and the date 2004 to the right. Above Lincoln's head are the words, "In God We Trust." On the reverse side, you will see the Lincoln Memorial design, with the denomination 1 cent below, United States of America above, and the motto E Pluribus Unum across the top of the memorial. This design was used from 1959 through 2008 before being replaced by the shield design in 2010. When we talk about a 2004 penny without a mint mark, it means it was struck at the Philadelphia Mint. Historically, Philadelphia coins had no letter mark, unlike Denver coins with a D and San Francisco proof coins with an S. In 2004, the Philadelphia Mint produced about 3.38 billion of these no-mint mark pennies, so they are extremely common in circulation. These pennies are made from copper-plated zinc, with a total weight of 2.5 grams. The outer layer is 97.5% zinc and 2.5% copper plating, a composition introduced in 1982 to replace the earlier all-copper planchets. The diameter is 19 millimeters, and the edge is plain. Because billions were made and they were intended for everyday spending, most of them have been through heavy circulation and show plenty of wear. In coin collecting, condition is everything. Grading terms such as good, very good, fine, very fine, extremely fine, about uncirculated, and mint state are used to describe how much worth a coin has. A fine condition penny, which is what we are focusing on today, will have moderate wear on the high points of Lincoln's hair and face, but the major details will still be clear. The reverse will still show the Lincoln Memorial columns distinctly, although some small details may be worn smooth. Now here is the important part, value. In fine condition, a 2004 no-mint mark penny is generally worth only its face value, 1 cent. This is because so many were made and so many survive in circulation. Price guides like USA Coin Book list it at face value for circulated grades up through extremely fine. Even in uncirculated mint state condition, typical coins might bring only 10 to 30 cents. According to coin trackers, a pristine example in MS Plus condition might sell for around $2. The Fun Times Guide notes that one spectacular example graded MS69 red by PCGS sold for $604 in 2011. But such coins are extremely rare. Most collectors will never see one in person. Error coins are a different story. Certain types of minting mistakes can make even a modern penny valuable. In 2004, most dramatic error pennies came from the Denver Mint, but it is still worth checking Philadelphia coins carefully. Examples from that year include double die errors, broad struck errors where the coin was not struck properly within the collar, and struck through grease errors that obscure parts of the design. Some of these Denver examples sold for hundreds or even over $1,000 in high grade. While these specific high-value errors may not apply to the Philadelphia no-mint mark coin, the lesson is clear. Errors can make a huge difference. Let's also touch on how the coin market works. Many sellers on sites like eBay list common pennies at inflated prices, sometimes asking $10 or $20 for an ordinary circulated 2004 penny, but that does not mean anyone is actually paying those amounts. Actual sold prices for common circulated examples are almost always 1 cent. The big jumps in value only happen when you have a high-grade coin certified by a reputable grading service, such as PCGS or NGC, or when the coin has a dramatic and verifiable mint error. For collectors, the 2004 no-mint mark penny can still be a fun find, especially in high grades or with unusual features. If you want to check your coins, look for strong luster, sharp detail, and the absence of scratches or spots. If you believe your coin might be in top mint state condition or has an error, consider sending it to a grading service for authentication. So in summary, the 2004 Lincoln Memorial cent without a mint mark, in fine condition, is worth about 1 cent. In average uncirculated condition, it may be worth 10 to 30 cents. And in exceptional cases, certified coins can bring a few dollars. The rarest, highest graded, or most dramatic error coins can bring hundreds. But those are exceptions, not the rule. For most people, this coin is more of a curiosity and a piece of numismatic history than a source of profit. Thank you for joining me today on Coin Old Library. If you learned something new about this small yet fascinating piece of U.S. coinage, be sure to like the video, share it with fellow collectors, and subscribe for more in-depth coin discussions. Keep checking your change, because you never know when you might spot a rare and valuable coin hiding in plain sight. See you in the next video. Today, we are going to spend some time diving deep into a coin that, at first glance, seems like
we are
nothing
going to spend
special.
some time diving
The
deep into a
2004
coin
United
that,
States
at
Lincoln
first
Memorial
glance,
cent without a mint mark
seems like nothing
meaning it was
special.
minted at the Philadelphia
The 2004
Mint.
United
You've probably
States
seen
Lincoln
thousands
Memorial
of
cent
these
without
in your
a mint
life.
mark.
Maybe
Meaning
even
it was
have one
minted
in your
at the
pocket
Philadelphia
right now.
Mint.
But
You've probably
like
seen
all
thousands
coins,
of these in your
even
life.
the most common
Maybe
ones
even
are
have
stories
one
to
in your
tell.
pocket right now.
Stories about
But
history,
like all
production,
coins,
collecting,
even the
and
most
in some
common
rare
ones are
cases,
stories to tell.
surprising value.
Stories about history.
We're going to unpack
production,
all of that
collecting,
today in
and
a way
some
that
rare
will take us from
cases,
the basics of the coin to the
surprising
finest
value.
details.
We're going to
So
unpack
by the
all
end,
of that today in a
you'll
way
feel like
that
an
will take us
expert
from the
on this
basics of the
small
coin
piece
to
of
the
American
finest
coinage.
details.
Let's
So by
begin
the
by
end,
simply
you'll
picturing
feel like
the
an
coin in
expert
your
on this
mind.
small piece
On
of
the front
American
or
coinage.
obverse.
Let's begin by
We have the
simply
profile of
picturing the
Abraham
coin in
Lincoln,
your mind.
the
On
16th
the front
president of the
or
United States.
obverse.
Facing
We
to
have
the
the
right.
profile of Abraham
This portrait
Lincoln,
has been on the
the
cent since
16th president of the
1909,
United States,
when it replaced the
facing to
Indian
the
head
right.
cent design.
This portrait has been on
Lincoln
the
was
cent since
chosen for the
1909,
100th anniversary
when
of
it
his
replaced
birth.
the Indian
It
head
was the first
cent
time a
design.
real person
Lincoln
appeared
was
on regular
chosen for the 100th
circulating U.S.
anniversary of his
coinage.
birth.
Above
And
his
it was the
head
first time a real
"In
person
God we
appeared on
trust."
regular
To the
circulating
left
U.S.
is the word
coinage.
liberty.
Above
And to
his
the
head
right
are the
is the
words,
date
"In God we
2004.
trust."
On a
To the
Philadelphia
left is the
minted
word
coin,
liberty.
there is
And
no
to the
mint
right
mark on
is
the
the
date
date 2004.
just empty space.
On a Philadelphia minted
on the
coin,
reverse,
there is
from
no mint mark on the
1959
date
through 2008,
just empty space.
The design was the
On the
Lincoln
reverse,
Memorial, a
from
depiction of the real
1959
monument
through
in
2008.
Washington, D.C.
The design
If
was
you
the
look
Lincoln
closely on a
Memorial,
real coin,
a depiction of
you
the
can see
real
a tiny
monument in
statue of
Washington,
Lincoln inside the
D.C.
memorial.
If you look
Closely
closely
on a
detail
real
often
coin,
overlooked,
you can see a
above
tiny
the memorial
statue
are
of
the
Lincoln
words,
inside the
United
memorial.
States of America.
A neat detail
Below
often
it is the
overlooked.
denomination 1
Above the
cent.
memorial are the
And across
words
the top of the
United
memorial are the
States of
Latin
America.
words,
E
Below
pluribus
it is a
unum,
denomination
which
1
means
cent.
out of many
And
one.
across the top of the memorial
Now,
are the
when
Latin
we say
words,
no mint
E
mark,
pluribus unum.
we're talking
which
about a
means
coin
out of
struck
many
at the
one.
Philadelphia Mint.
Now,
in
when we say
2004,
no mint mark,
the Philadelphia
we're
Mint
talking about a
produced
coin struck at the Philadelphia
billion
Mint.
of these pennies.
In 2004,
that's billions with a
the
B,
Philadelphia Mint produced
which means
about
these coins are
3.38
extremely common.
billion of these pennies.
For context, that's billions
If you
with a
stack
B,
all
which means these
3.38
coins
billion
are
pennies.
extremely common.
The stack would reach
For
into
context,
space several times
if
over.
you stacked all
the Denver Mint
3.38
produces its own
billion
pennies a
pennies
year. The
marked
stack
with
would
a
reach into
D.
space
And
several
the San
times
Francisco
over.
Mint,
The
made
Denver
proof
Mint
coins
produces
with
its
an
own
S.
pennies a year.
But our
Marked
focus
with
is on the
D.
Philadelphia no
And the
mint
San
mark
Francisco
version.
Mint
Let's
made
talk
proof
about the
coins
metal.
with an S.
Since 1982,
But our focus is on the
pennies have been
Philadelphia
made
no
mostly
mint
of
mark
zinc,
version.
Let's
With a
talk
thin
about the
plating of
metal.
copper.
Since
The exact
1982,
composition is
pennies have been made
97.5%
mostly of
zinc
and
with a
2.5%
thin plating of
copper.
copper.
And each
The
coin
exact
weighs
composition is
97.5% zinc.
Before
and
1982,
2.5% copper.
pennies were mostly
and
copper,
each coin
weighing
weighs 3.11
grams.
Before
The switch
1982,
to zinc saved the
pennies
U.S.
were
Mint
mostly
millions
copper,
of dollars in
weighing
production costs.
3.11
Since
grams.
copper prices had
The
risen,
switch to zinc
even though
saved
the outer
US
plating
Mint
gives a
millions
coin
of
its
dollars in
familiar
production
color.
costs.
The zinc core
Since
is
copper
silvery
prices
gray.
had risen,
If the copper
even though
layer
the
wears
outer
through,
plating gives a coin
you can
its familiar
sometimes
color.
see the zinc
The
underneath.
zinc core is
In
silvery
coin
gray.
collecting, if the
Condition
copper
matters.
layer wears through,
Coins are graded
you can
on a scale
sometimes
from
see
1
the
to
zinc
70,
underneath,
where 1 is
in
barely
coin
identifiable
collecting,
and 70
condition
is a
matters.
flawless coin with
Coins
no
are graded
marks
on a scale
visible
from
even
1 to
under
70,
magnification,
where 1 is barely
Grades
identifiable
also have
and 70
names.
is a
Good,
flawless coin
very
with
good,
no marks visible
fine, very
even
fine,
under magnification.
extremely fine.
Grades also
About
have
uncirculated
names.
and mint state.
Good, very good,
A fine condition
very
coin,
fine,
which is what we're
extremely
focusing
fine,
on,
about
is somewhere in the
uncirculated
middle of
and
that
mint
scale.
state.
It
A
has
fine
noticeable
condition
wear,
coin,
especially on
which
the
is
high
what we're focusing
points
on,
like Lincoln's
is
hair and
somewhere
face.
in the middle of that
But the
scale.
main details are
It is
all
noticeable
still there.
where the reverse
especially on
still
the high
has
points
clear
like
columns
Lincoln's
on the
hair and
Lincoln
face.
Memorial,
But the
though
main
the
details
sharpness is
are
reduced.
all still there.
Now the question
reverse
most
still
people
has
ask,
clear columns
What's it
on
worth?
Lincoln Memorial.
For a coin
though
like
the
this,
sharpness
in fine
is
condition,
reduced. The value
now
is
the question
essentially
most
its face
people
value.
ask, what's it
1 cent.
worth?
There
For
are
a
just
coin
too
like
many
this,
of them in
in
existence,
fine condition,
and most
the value is
collectors
essentially
can get a better
its face
example
value
without
1
much
cent.
trouble. There are
According
just
to
too
price
many
guides
guides
like
like
USA Coin
and
Book,
most collectors can get a
even
better
coins up
example
to
without
extremely
much trouble,
fine
are still
according to
only
price
worth 1
guides
cent
like
in the real
USA
market.
Coin Book.
In uncirculated
Even
grades,
coins up to extremely
coins
fine
that look brand
are
new
still only worth
you
1
might
cent
get between
in the real
10
market.
and 30 cents from a
In
collector.
uncirculated grades,
Coin trackers list a
coins
perfect
that look
mint
brand
example
new
at around $2.
you might get between 10 and
While
30
the Fun
cents from a
Times Guide
collector.
notes that the record
Coin
sale
trackers
for this
list
coin
a
in
perfect mint
MS-69
example
were
at
around
$2.
$600, while the
$4
Fun Times
at
Guide
auction
notes
in
that the record sale for
2011.
this coin in
But let's be
MS-69
clear,
read
coins
was
at perfect are incredibly
$604
rare
at auction,
in
and most of us will
2011.
never find
But
one
let's
in
be
our pocket
clear,
change.
error
Coins
coins
at perfect
are where
are
things
incredibly
can get
rare,
interesting,
and most
An
of us
error
will never
coin
find
is
one
one
in
that
our
was
pocket
made
change.
incorrectly at the
Error
mint,
coins are
and
where
collectors
things can get
often
interesting.
pay a premium
An
for them.
error coin
Common
is one that
error
was made
types
incorrectly
include double
at the mint,
dies,
and
where parts
collectors
of design
often
are
pay a
double
premium for
off-center
them.
strikes.
Common error
Where
types
coin is
include
not
double
aligned
dies,
properly during striking,
where parts of design are
broad
double
strikes, off-center
where the coin
strikes,
is struck without
where
the
the coin is not
retaining collar,
aligned properly
spreads
during
out,
striking,
and
broad
struck through
strikes,
errors where
where the
grease
coin is
cloth
struck without the
or other
retaining
material
collar
comes
and
between the
spreads
die
out,
and the planchet.
and struck through
In
errors where
2004,
grease cloth
some
or
Denver
other
minted
material
pennies
comes
with these
between
kinds of
die and
errors sold
planchet.
for hundreds
In
or even
2004,
over $1,000
some Denver
in
minted
high
pennies
grades.
with these kinds of errors
While
sold
Philadelphia
for
errors
hundreds
from this year
or
are less
even over
famous,
$1,000
it's
in
still
high
possible to
grades.
find valuable
While
ones
Philadelphia
if you
errors
look
from
closely,
this year
are
for
less
example,
famous.
a
It's
strong
still
double
possible
die
to
on
find
reverse
valuable
or an
ones
off-center
if you look
strike
closely
could be worth
For
far
example,
more than face value.
a strong double
Let's
die
step
on
back
reverse
and
or
think
an
about why
off-center
people
strike
collect coins
could be
like this
worth
at all.
far more than
For
face
some,
value.
it's
Let's
about
step
history
back
and think about
holding
why
a piece
people
of metal
collect
that has been
coins like
used
this
by
at all.
millions of people
For
is
some,
fascinating.
It's about
For
history.
others,
Holding
about
a
the
piece
thrill
of
of
metal that has
finding
been
something
used by
rare.
millions of people
And
is
for some,
fascinating.
it's an
For
investment.
others, although
It's about
modern
the thrill
coins
of
like the
finding
2004
something
penny
rare.
are not
And
generally
for
great
some,
investments
it's an
unless they're in the
investment.
top grades or
Although
have
modern
rare
coins
errors.
like the
The
2004
coin
penny
market
are not
also
generally
has
great
its own
investments
quirks
unless they are in top
If you go
grades
online,
or have rare errors.
you'll see people
The
listing
coin
common
market
coins
also
for
has
ridiculous
its own
prices.
quirks.
$100.
If you go online,
$500.
you'll see people listing
even
common coins
$1,000
for ridiculous prices.
But that doesn't mean anyone is
$100,
actually buying them at those
$500.
prices.
Even
The real measure
$1,000
is sold listings.
But
And when
that
you check
doesn't mean
those,
anyone is
you'll see
actually
that
buying
most
them at those
circulated
prices.
2004 penny
The real
sell
measure is
for
sold
exactly
listings.
1 cent.
And when you check
This is
those,
why it's important
you'll
to do
see that
your
most
research
circulated
and not assume that a
2004 penny
high
sell for
asking
exactly
price
1
means you
cent.
struck gold.
This is why it's important
Now,
to do your research.
let's imagine
and not
you
assume
actually
that a
want to
high
find a
asking
valuable
price
example
means
of
you
this
struck
coin.
gold.
Your best
Now,
bet is to search rolls
let's
of pennies
imagine
from the
you
bank,
actually want to find
looking
a
for
valuable
coins that have
example
sharp
of this coin.
details.
No
Your best
wear
bet is to search
and full
rolls of
original
pennies from
mint
the
luster.
bank, looking
These
for
will be the
coins that have
coins
sharp
in
details,
uncirculated
no
condition.
wear, and full
Check each
original
coin
mint
carefully
luster.
under good lighting.
These will be the
and,
coins
if possible,
uncirculated
under
condition.
magnification.
Check each
Look for
coin
doubling
carefully
the
under
letters
good
or
lighting,
numbers.
and if
Look for
possible,
design elements that
under
seem out of
magnification.
place.
And
Look
check
for
for
doubling
any
the letters or
unusual shapes
numbers.
to the rim.
Look for
edges.
design elements that
If
seem
you
out of
find
place.
something that seems
And
unusual,
check for any
compare
unusual
to
shapes
pictures
of
of
the
known
rim
errors
or
online,
edges.
or
If you
take it to
find
a
something
coin
that seems
dealer for an
unusual,
opinion.
compare
Grading
to
companies
pictures
like
of known
PCGS
errors
and
online,
NGC
or
can
take it to
certify
a
your
coin dealer
coin's
for an
grade
opinion.
and authenticity.
Grading companies like
Can make it
PCGS
easier
and
to sell for
NGC
top dollar.
can certify
Of
your
course,
coin's grade
there's
and
a cost of
authenticity,
grading, which
so
make
it's
it
usually
easy
not
to sell
worth
for
it
top
unless you
dollar.
believe your
Of
coin
course,
is truly special.
there's a cost of grading.
Let's also talk a
So
little
it's usually
bit
not
about
worth
production
it
of
unless
these
you believe your
coins.
coin is truly
Modern
special.
coins are made in
Let's
huge
also talk a
quantities
little bit
using
about the
high-speed
production of these
presses.
coins.
Blanks
Modern
are cut from
coins
metal
are made in
sheets,
huge
cleaned,
quantities using
and then
high-speed
fed into
presses.
presses that strike
Blanks
the
are
design
cut from
on
metal
both
sheets,
sides in a
heated,
fraction of a
cleaned,
second,
and then
quality
fed into
control is
presses that
strict,
strike the design
but
on
with
both
billions of
sides
coins
in a
being
fraction
made,
of a second.
mistakes do happen.
Quality control
And
is
that's
strict,
where error coins
but with
come
billions
from.
of coins
Some
being
errors
made,
are caught and
mistakes do
destroyed,
happen.
but
And
others
that's where
slip
error
through and
coins
end
come
up
from.
in circulation.
Some errors
Over
are caught
time,
and destroyed.
coins
but
were
others
down as
slip
they
through
pass
and
from
end
hand to
up in
hand.
circulation.
A fine
Over
condition
time,
coin has been through
coins
many
were down
transactions,
as they passed
maybe
from hand to
thousands,
hand.
yet still
A fine
retains
condition
enough
coin
detail
has
for
been through many
easy
transactions,
identification.
maybe thousands.
The wear tells
yet
a story.
still retains enough detail for easy identification.
The wear tells a story.